weird.
Mexican police just found 49 headless bodies, and this was in the city of Monterrey. So it turns out that the war on drugs has been very successful. A few days prior to that, Mexican officials also found 18 bodies. They were decapitated, and 23 people were killed in Nuevo Laredo. So, violence is in full force in Mexico, so the war on drugs has been successful.
Yeah, I think Calderon really nailed it. When he stepped up the war on drugs and went after the gangs, it didn't have a destabilizing effect at all. And it turns out that this gang warfare, et cetera, related to drugs, totally under control. That's what Bush told me, that's what Calderon told me, that's what President Obama's telling me now. That's what the U.S. government's been saying for so long. They had a summit of the Americas when anyone could see past the Secret Service sex scandal. There was actual news, which is the rest of the Latin American countries going to America. We got to reconsider, man. There's decapitated bodies all over the streets. And the president saying, yeah, in due time, my position on that might evolve later.
No, it's unbelievable. 62,000 people have been killed in Mexico since 2006. 62,000 people. Why is this not making headlines right now? Like, you'll read a few print stories about it, but really 62,000 people, and no one's really questioning the war on drugs. Of course, there are great organizations like LEAP that are doing their part to inform people on what's going on. You know, we've done numerous stories on it, but for the most part, people think the idea of legalizing drugs is so crazy that they're just ignoring the story altogether.
Look, I think that of all the people that are arguing against, keeping drugs illegal, I'm the one guy who's we are the most focused on this Mexico issue. To me, 49 decapitated bodies showing up in the street is beyond unacceptable, okay? And I don't know, I guess I never caught that bug where you're only supposed to care about your own country or your own local area. To me, 49 decapitated Mexicans is just as bad as 49 decapitated Americans. And I know that if there was 49 decapitated Americans in a street anywhere in the country, it would be like 9/11 all over again. It would be the largest news story for years. Mm-hmm. It would be an unbelievable, if it just happened once, right? But it happens in Mexico time and time again, and I guess in America we're like, what difference does it make? They're Mexicans. So if our war on drugs that we pushed onto them, and we pushed onto all of Latin America, who is now pushing back just a tiny bit, if that causes their bodies to get decapitated, well, sad day for them.
I think the most disastrous part about this is not even the fact that we're not talking about legalization. It's the fact that we're not talking about it at all. There's no dialogue. This story is not on anyone's radar. And
I guess that's what bothers me the most. Yeah, that it's become like normal. Well, obviously, there's people in Mexico get decapitated because of the war on drugs we started. Prohibition leads to gangsters. It happens every single time. It happened in alcohol. It's happening now with marijuana. But as long as Americans aren't getting decapitated, apparently the rest of the country, and especially our media, couldn't give a damn. And that's part of what's sick and wrong with this country's media. And so we march on as if nothing is wrong, as if everything is hunky-dory, as if the war on drugs makes sense, and it hasn't created these grotesque gangs that grow larger and more grotesque by the day. And it's not because of the drugs, it's because the drugs are illegal, and hence people make a tremendous amount of profit by slaughtering each other in this way.